Today we'll be going through Labrika's main dashboard features and providing a quick overview of the keyword ranking report. As you can see on this screen, we currently have the site ranking report up. This can be accessed by clicking site ranking and then clicking on the site rankings for your city and search engine of choice. The site rankings for your city of choice are dependent on what you've set in your site settings here, and if at any point you wish to update the site rankings, i.e. your keyword rankings report directly, you can click the update site rankings or click this arrow here and then update any individual report, or you can click start the site audit and run a full audit which updates all of the reports, which can be found down here on the left hand side navigational panel. The navigational panel can be collapsed at any point by clicking this, and then all you see is a little icon, so it just gives you a little bit more real estate if maybe you're running on a smaller screen and don't have that much space to play with, but for the purposes of this video we're going to leave it open. In the main navigational panel here, you'll notice that you can click the drop downs for optimization and keyword grouping. That will bring up the city of choice and search engine, highlighting the pages that need to be optimized and their associated groups. You'll also see your technical site audit here. In here you will see a list of different errors and color codes next to them. Grey represents a informational thing, i.e. there's 8 external files, there's 1 link available for the availability test. Orange represents warning signs and red represents critical errors. When scrolling through this navigational panel here, we would recommend always addressing anything that is in red. Orange you should look at, but it's not essential. But anything in red should be addressed, and as said previously, anything in grey is purely informational. You'll also see in the top bar sections 4 different icons and 1 selection panel. The first panel here is where you select your project. So say you have 5 different websites, you're most likely going to have 5 different projects, unless you've got different projects for different parts of those websites. So here you would select any of the projects that you wish to look at. The little icon here is where you can add a new site. So this would be if you want to add a new project, set what pages you want to be crawled, how often, and what rankings you want checked. At any point you can always click on the home sign. That will take you to your dashboard, which will display, like here, a list of all of the websites and projects you currently have available. But for ease of navigation we normally just use this here. When you use the home, while it's good you can see all the websites at a glance, it's still an extra step. With this, you just click the drop down and select whatever project and site you wish to manage. Over here on the right hand side you can see information about your current plan that you have with Labrika. This will include information such as the tariff plan name, which can be seen here, the amount of credits on your account remaining for this month, and any money that you've added to the account, i.e. to top it up and get extra credits. All of this information can be viewed by simply clicking on the panel. It will show you your plan, the credit allowances you have per month. You can see the credits remaining for this month and any additional balance that you've added to the account that you could then redeem for extra search queries, keyword ranking check queries, or page checking queries. Down here you can also click there and change your plan. If you're with AppSumo, you're not likely to do that. This is for if you want to upgrade your subscription, and also, while unlikely, for AppSumo users that feel, even if they've stacked 3 codes, that they need more credit allowances and thus would then upgrade to a traditional subscription. Over on the left here you can see all your balance history and any top-ups made and what they've been used for. Over on the right hand side here is your support ticket icon. If you click on this, it will show you all of your tickets you've created and also offer you the ability to create a new ticket. We will of course respond as soon as we possibly can. Likewise, when we click on the essential elements icon, you can also access the support tab from here as well. But for ease of access, most people will be using this icon and using this just to manage their account. In addition to the support tab, you can see in here you've got the My Account. This is where you can change your password, update your email address and other account related matters. Below that you've got the pricing section, and that will show you the pricing of all the different tariffs. Under here you've got add money to your balance. This would be used to maybe update any of the credits for, say, keyword rankings, page credits. Under here we've got the promotional code section. This is where you would click and then add any of your AppSumo codes that you wish to stack and or any promotional codes that you've been given to use for your traditional Labrika subscription. Under this you'll find the affiliate program. This is where you can get a certain percentage back on every single person that you recommend and get to sign up and use a Labrika subscription. And then of course you've got the logout link. So let's now focus on the right hand side sidebar and see what these different features will do. The sidebar here relates specifically to the reports for the project stated here. So when we click on the download report, this is obviously to download the report and is only accessible by the link provided. As you can see here, you have the download report section. In this, you can download a report for the selected dates. This will automatically match whatever dates you've selected here. And then you can choose exactly how you'll want the report structured. Below this, you will see a Get a Link to the Report icon. When you click on this, a report link will be generated. The report is only accessible by users using this specific link. The only exception to this rule is if you're on the summary report and you click Get a Link, the summary report will then give the user access if clicking on the link to all of the different reports contained within. This report obviously cannot be used to access other reports for different sites and or run any sort of updates on the reports. It's literally a static report where you can view the site rankings for the date specified. This is a great way for you to manage all the different reports for different dates. You could set and select dates and provide a link for each individual week and then just download that every single time and keep a track of all of your rankings and have reports to represent that. If you run an agency per se, you would then click on the file, download it and upload it to your site. It'd be completely white labeled. So you then every single week, depending on how you set it up with your clients, you would be able to give them that link and they could then monitor their rankings. Completely white label, no Labrika markings whatsoever. So this is a very useful tab when dealing with reports, especially if you are SEO agencies and you just want to provide white label reports. The final button that you'll find down here is the report analysis. Progress. In here, say you've gone to your start the site audit or clicked on start full audit, update site tracking, update technical audit and or update user behavior audit. This would be represented and you'd be able to monitor it here and see what the progress is of your desired report updating. This report will only contain information on reports that have been updated but not opened. As soon as you open the report, it would not be showing in here anymore. So since I've last updated, I updated 4 different reports. However, I've viewed 2 of them, so therefore it's only now telling me that I've finished 2 of the 2 reports. Just a gentle reminder, check these reports, they've been updated. So that's the brief overview of Labrika's different dashboard features and just what clicking on them does and what they represent. We're now going to focus our attention more on the site ranking report and how to play around with the stats and get the most out of the information that you can. So the first thing that you should focus on is the default listing here of the keywords that you currently rank for. As you can see here, we've just got the default sorting order. You can click on the keywords themselves, which will then change it Z to A or background to A to Z. You can of course change the lines per page, which will then of course decrease the amount that you can of pages that are available and increase the amount that you can see on your current page. The same goes here. You can sort from ascending and descending order if you click on here directly. So then you can at a quick glance see your best ranking pages for this specific week. We're interested in the most recent week. So we'll most probably set it here and see what's ranking the best. So at a glance we can see all the keywords that we're tracking and the ones that have got the highest rank. You'll also notice a filtering column next to every column. So they all provide the same filtering options. The first one is to pin the column. So say you want to directly compare the week of 11th of the 1st to the 22nd of the 9th, 2020. We could just click pin the column and it will move it over to the left, and then you can directly compare it quite easily. This is useful if you want to see if there's been any drastic changes within a certain time frame. So we'll quickly unpin that again. The next option you have is to select the visible columns. So this is currently set, the columns you can see here, by the selected dates. But say you've selected your 6 dates that represent 6 different weeks. You may wish to only see 3 of those, so we would use the visible columns filter. So we would maybe remove the first 3 weeks, or well, 3 dates that we set. Now you can see the data is a lot more manageable and easier to cross compare. We'll undo this now and put them back. The next option we have available to us is filter by column. This is where we could search for specific values in specified columns. So we could look for less than 30. This would then filter the rows to show search results and their rankings for keywords that have rankings better than place 30 for this month. Let's look at the final section, which is hide columns. So instead of where you have the visible columns here and you select multiple ones at once, you might just want to quickly hide one column. As you can see, that can be done quite easily. And then at any point, if you wish to view the columns again that you've hidden, you just click on the little hamburger icon, click visible columns and select all the different columns that you wish to digest again. We also offer you the ability to add specific filters. As you can see, there are 2 ways to do it. You can do filter by column and then select the amount, or you can manually add the filter here. So of course when you use this, it will pre-select whatever column that you've selected the 3 dotted icon from and then the values. Whereas if you do it here, you have to specify which columns you want this filter to apply to. Then if at any point you want to remove the filter, so we want to see ranks 30 and higher now, we would then remove that filter and we can see all of the different ranking results that have lower rankings than 30 as well as those higher than 30. We've also provided with the option to manually search for certain keywords that you'd like to be found. So say if we want to see the keyword rankings for all the words that include Yellowstone. We'll click that, enter it there, and any keyword that includes Yellowstone will be represented. We then possibly use additional filtering and show the highest ranking keywords for the date selected. So we'd see for this date selected, the highest rank was 2 for Yellowstone. And it's the highest rank that we've achieved with this keyword in total. Of course, if you want to undo this filtering and see all of your keywords and their rankings at a glance, you just simply click X. We also offer one additional context menu that will be super helpful for working out what changes you've made to your pages and how that has corresponded with ranking changes. So of course, one of the biggest issues in SEO is doing something and making a change to your page, getting extra backlinks, editing some of the content, restructuring it, and then monitoring your ranking changes and seeing whether it is specifically to do with the changes that you've made before. Well, this page here, when you click on there, makes this a lot easier. It does the A/B split testing for you. You can clearly essentially see this is what the page was before, this was the rank that it had, this is what the page looks like now, and this is the rank it had. So it's a lot easier for you to monitor and track all of the changes you've made and how they've increased your SEO rankings. You can also see, if you click here, the snippets, i.e. the meta title and meta descriptions of the top 10 for this keyword, and the meta title and meta description of your page ranking for this keyword. So this is just good for any easy optimization wins that you go, oh, they're including that keyword in there, maybe I should change that. Then of course that will be registered as a change of page and you'll be able to monitor that against any positional changes. From time to time you may wish to update the site rankings. As mentioned previously, you can manually click it here, but that's longer winded. You can click there and then select whether you want a full site audit, or most easiest is simply just clicking update site rankings and it will then do it there and then. You can also set up a reporting schedule of when you would like it to be updated, but where this can eat through your credits a lot quicker. But it is of course a lot better if you want to automate things and say every single week that you would like the rankings checked on XYZ pages. We also offer you the ability to edit how the charts are displayed in this panel here. So if we click this menu here, we can choose to hide charts. This will then just show you stats, which is not as easy to visualize the data. We'd keep show the charts on. You show a total chart of all of your positions in the top 5, in the top 10, and over the specific different months. You can then choose what kind of chart you want to see, so charts per 1 month. So you can see all the changes there. Charts per 3 months. Charts per 6 months. And charts per 12 months. So if we want to show the total chart again, that also gives us the options to save specific charts in PNG here, or if you're using most likely the default way of viewing the charts, which would be this view, you can select specific charts and choose to download them as SVG files or PNG files and then just copy them into your manual report generating software. This is useful if you're compiling customer reports, but we do always recommend, as said previously, if you are doing it for clients and you have an agency, to just put the file on your website. It's completely white label and it saves you having to manually add all these different charts and results. So I think that's about it for today. I hope you've enjoyed, our brief overview of the different features within Labrika, what they mean, and how to utilize this keyword ranking report, which is most likely one of the first things you're going to do on a daily basis just to keep track of how your websites are doing in the search engines. Have a lovely day. And thank you for getting to know Labrika. Yeah, so I think that's about it for today. Thank you for taking the time to view this video, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.